You guys never listen, do you? I say, I'm going to shut down the stream to make this easier to go up to YouTube. And you're all like, oh my god. Come on, guys, really? Alright, so this is a stronghold. There's Padme's apartment complex over there. There's some crystals. Some junk. A safe. For the Empire. The Empire's good. The Empire's love. The Empire's light. There's a Kolto tank. And for absolutely no reason, here's every holocron in the universe. No. I know this is debatable. But it's often been said that holocrons are supposed to be semi-rare things that aren't actually the hardest things in the world, or the easiest things in the world to come by, you know? And, you know, maybe they shouldn't be all over the place, and maybe they should be kind of uncommon. Well, you remember how Tor likes to take everything up to 11? There's a lot of holocrons in Tor. There's actually a lot of holocrons in Tor. And I'm not even talking about the stat ones. There's a lot of lore holocrons in this game. It's no wonder we're not just swimming in them by the time we get to, you know, the modern era. I gotta admit, though, if I was given the option to own this apartment, like tier 1 situation, like we were just talking about, I'd probably leap at the opportunity. I like living in cities in general. Always have. And, this is a hell of a view. Coruscant has some gorgeous scenery. Wah! And if I ever wanted to kill myself, I could do it instantly. You gotta think about these things, Echo. I think I am going to agree, though. I think the massive overdose of holocrons counts for the anti-canon counter. I was going to save that for the consular storyline, where holocrons are basically the storyline. Holocrons. That's really kind of it. But yeah. So yeah. So you can jump off the thing, Samurai? I get it. You know, Kay, I could see that happening. I really could. Anyways. So, should you come back to this game, Snark? Honestly, this is kind of damning with faint praise. I would not be playing this game if not for the stream, but the game is as good as it's been in quite a while. So if you're going to replay this game, now's probably a good time to do it. But you might want to wait until the expansion actually comes out, because it's not coming out for several months. So, you know, keep that in mind. Nar Shaddaa? I'm a little more worried about the smell in Nar Shaddaa. You let me figure out... You help me to do it, Sterlings? How I actually do it? And I'll show it off. I'm skipping adventures. I'm entirely too short on time as is. I'm honestly worried about getting through all 7 now class stories before I basically run out of time to do so. And no, I haven't, Sterlings. Hey, Deathwing. Wow, 4 viewers? I think that's a record for me, guys. Holy schmole. Killer Instinct, Dennis. I'd probably go with Ariadu, Signor. If you mean place to live at. Ooh, I'm up to 75. Yay! So what'd they do wrong, Breakwood? Enlighten me. Because it's been a while since I've actually read that stuff.
Count Alda? I'm an associate of Master Orcus Din. I'm here about the Deathmark project.
I wasn't notified you were coming, but you'll want to hear this. Elena, tell the Jedi what you told me.
I worked at the Deathmark research facility. We were conducting routine tests when Imperial forces breached our security doors. There was a hideous little man with them. A Sith, I think.
We sent a Jedi Master to protect your facility. Was he there?
He saved my life. Before anyone knew what happened, a single Jedi wiped out all the Imperial troops. I'm sorry, but the Jedi, he didn't survive. The Sith was deadly. He'd vanish, then leap out of the shadows. He surprised your friend, stabbed him in the back. It was horrible.
He was a great Jedi. He taught me well.
He was your... I didn't realize. When the Jedi fell, the Sith summoned reinforcements. But not Imperials. Killiks.
Intelligent, man-sized insects living underground. Flesh-eaters. Ghastly things.
Do note that they're all upset about the Sith who came in and killed people, and the Killiks who came in to take over. Not the fact that they were working on a weapon that was designed to kill people from miles and miles away without them being able to know about it. That was totally okay with all the Organians here, and the Alderaanians. That was fine. We're fine with that. But as soon as some walking ants show up, we just start flipping out.
How did the Sith communicate with them?
Oh, they're highly evolved. That's what makes them deadly.
Those things poured into the facility, started tearing everyone apart. I ran.
There was nothing you could have done. Thank the stars you survived to give us this news. The Sith now controls the Death Mark. No telling who he's targeted.
I can pick up the Sith's trail at the research labs.
It's blasted dangerous. Killiks in such large numbers, virtually unstoppable. Win Organa is organizing peace talks with the other houses. It's possible the Sith...
So, this is an interesting weapon. Because, personally, I find this to be one of the more insidious weapons of the super weapons. I mean, yeah, they had the keep you trapped weapon, which is actually the worst one for me. It's like, oh god, that's horrible. But then we have the take out the gauntlet one. That was pretty bad. And then there was the, or to take out the hyperspace one. And there's the vibrate you to death at a molecular level one. That's pretty gross. But this one's just messed. This one is the ability to truly rule through fear, because people basically don't have the ability to know if they're targeted or not. Just like he didn't know if he was targeted or not. So you could just kill anyone, anywhere, basically at will. And I have no doubt they would do so regularly. This is the kind of weapon I don't think anyone should ever have access or ability to. Like, if you handed me this weapon, I'd say, "Gah!" and destroy it immediately, because this is just messed.
That was the Deathmark laser. It killed Count Alda. Have to get out of here. It's not safe. We're all gonna die.
The Count. You there! Hands up! Men, take their weapons. Lock down this building.
We didn't kill him. We're here to help.
Back against the wall. And put your hands up. This is your final warning.
Are you insane? She's a Jedi Knight. We had nothing to do with this.
We'll verify your identities and alibis. If what you say is true, you'll be released. Long-range communications are down. May take weeks to sort this out, but I promise you fair treatment.
I don't have time for this. Out of my way.
That's it. Take her down.
Please, stop fighting. You can lock me up. Just let the Jedi go.
I'll probably lose my commission over this, but very well. I'll release you on your own recognizance. This woman will remain in a secure area until you return.
Good night, Signor, and thank you.
I need her knowledge to complete my mission. She's coming with me.
I'm safer here. You can reach me by holo if necessary.
We've been more than fair. Don't push us.
You've
I
got to
just
find the
killed
Death
your
Mark
ass.
before that Sith kills again. Here are the coordinates to the research facility. What's left of it. I hope you find something useful. Take care, Master Jedi.
We're definitely going to finish up Alderaan tonight. We might finish up all of Chapter 1 tonight. Looks like we might. See you around, Kay. I'll tell you your brave story of not killing anyone at some other time.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Anyways, To explain one other thing, if you don't mind my elaborating, I think one of the reasons this particular weapon gets to me so much is it's a weapon that you have no warning on. Virtually every other one of these weapons, you'll know it's coming. You know what I mean? It's like, oh god. And this weapon, you know that it might be coming, but you don't know when, and you don't know how, and you don't know anything whatsoever other than that it might happen, and it will happen without warning. So it's a state of constant stress, in addition to fear, in addition to terror. And of course, when it actually happens, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just... the night kick. But it's okay. We'll take it over and use it for good. We're just going to kill all the bad people, and then it'll be okay. Exactly, Odripple. That's the funny thing. When you really think about it, this is an incredibly impractical weapon for killing people. But it is a beautiful weapon for terrorizing them. Aha! Oh, shoot. The death mark, Zamalo. I'm gonna go with that. So these are Killiks. I'm gonna show off like one of these up close. There they are. They really are ant people, as you can see. And I already mentioned they kind of have this hive mind thing going on where they kind of brainwash you and turn you into a member of the swarm, and it's really, really gross. I hate Killiks. The really screwed up part is the Killiks were here first, and the humans moved in afterwards. But I don't care because I hate Killiks, so it's one of those weird situations, you know what I mean? I just really wish all the Killiks would die. That's all. Am I asking too much, guys? We're definitely going at least to the end of Chapter 1 tonight. I don't know how much further we'll go. Frozen has been helping speed this up tremendously, and I'm going to say vocal thanks to him even though he can't hear me. Oh, Wolfdog, yeah, I know what you mean. The Tantalus Field. I remember now. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. This is very much like the Tantalus Field. Except, you know, a little flashier. I don't understand what you mean, Permeus. What do you mean as they gather the stealth? Hey!
Hey,
what's up?
What took you so long?
They said you were dead. Thank the Force you're alive.
The Force and my lightsaber. Needed both this time. Relax, D7. I'm still in one piece. Blasted Sith almost killed me. It was all I could do to save Dr. Parvix.
The enemy left us here as food for the Killiks.
Taking down that Killik leader must have been quite a fight. Thing was huge.
Yeah, by the way, they left them here as food for the Killiks. Feel free to think on that as much as you want to think about being eaten alive by giant ant people.
Master, I don't know what you're talking about.
Giant Killik leading these others. You didn't see it? If that thing eats us, you're fired.
That is the best line in this entire story arc. Right there. Seriously. Hey, Illyria. Now, Last Echo, it's funny you say that because you are right. If they used it constantly, it would lose its effectiveness. But that's really only on a planetary basis. Basically, the idea is you use it on a planet until you've terrified the populace enough to move in more long-term weapons and personnel in order to make sure everything is nice and horrible. Then you move the planet to another, or you move the weapon to another planet and start the cycle over again. It's actually very similar to artillery in real-life combat. You don't hold territory with artillery, you hold it with infantry, right?
You all right, Doctor?
Don't worry about me. The Death Mark is in enemy hands. You must warn Count Alda.
The Count was just killed by the Death Mark.
The targeting device was taken to Organa Palace.
Have you met a woman calling herself Elena Hark?
When the Count died, his guards tried to arrest me. She surrendered in my place so I could come here.
It was a trick. She had no intention of becoming a prisoner. Elena's a spy.
Dun,
She
dun,
helped the Sith
dun.
steal the Death Mark, and now she's targeting people with it.
She could have marked dozens of people by now. The weapon's laser can kill them at any time, anywhere.
Not if we cut its power. The laser's still tied into the local energy grid, right?
Several power stations supply the laser. Deactivating them would take the laser offline, at least temporarily.
Get the doctor to safety. I'll deactivate the power stations.
I have coordinates to every station. Deactivate them in the order I've described. Don't leave even one functional.
We'll head to the closest Republic-friendly camp. Meet us there. May the Force be with you.
This song is You Are Not Alone, Final Fantasy IX. Okay, Last Echo, I think I'll agree with you on that. Oh, okay, Permeus. I think I get you now. I understand. And yes, we need to add this to the betrayal counter. Totally called it, even though I've obviously already seen this before, but the thing is, it's so obvious. I mean, really, they just established that the weapon can only mark someone from very close range, right? And then out of nowhere, a room that contains a grand total of 4 people, 2 of them who just got there, suddenly gets attacked by the weapon. I mean, duh? You know? I know. It could be argued he could have been tagged by any random person out on the street, but I don't buy it. The setup was so blatantly obvious that she was the one who had been marking people. The fact that she refused to come with me when I offered to escape her, get her to escape with a frickin' lightsaber at my back, was also kind of suspicious, if I'm honest. What? There. Yeah, frickin' Killiks. I hate Killiks. I'm not a bug person. I don't know if that's obvious or not. I hate Killiks. Die everything. Yeah, honestly, I would argue that most of the player characters are pretty stupid. Even in the agent storyline, where you're generally the smartest character of the 8 characters, there's still sections where you fall into traps and stuff you really shouldn't have.
Well. The Jedi who killed Tarnis back on Coruscant. I'd rather if you didn't shut down my laser's power stations. I need them. I have so many targets waiting to be vaporized. Who's next? The farm girl or the old colonel?
Even Sith don't murder random people.
You're missing the point. Imagine the terror spreading among Alderaan's people as death rains upon them. Oh dear, I'm afraid the farm girl didn't make it. I wonder how long the old colonel will survive. I can kill anyone I like, and there's nothing you can do about it. Have a lovely day.
I know the one you're talking about, Shuren. And yeah, I like that too. We still had no choice but to walk into it, but at least we could point out that we saw it coming, because we, the players, certainly saw that coming from a mile away, didn't we? It was so obvious. It's like, yeah, okay, we get it. You're a traitor. We get it. That was the point, Dennis. I'm kind of... This came up on random, and I decided to run with it. What do you want from me? Well, I think I'm about to die, so we'll see if I can hold my own without him here. We're probably overdue for a gear upgrade, so let's see how we manage here. Oh, wow. Close, close.
Determined to spoil my fun, aren't you? Now I have to set up new power stations where you can't reach. At most, you've bought yourself a few hours. Proud of yourself?
What you're doing is twisted, even for Sith.
I enjoy life's simple pleasures. Don't judge me.
I just want to share this link. Whether or not you care about the link is inconsequential. I just like the image on the link. So, yeah. Hey, Shurya.
I deactivated the laser's power stations, but Darth Angrel's apprentice contacted me. Dozens of innocent people are targets of the Death Mark.
We need to end this before he brings that laser back online. This is Win Organa, chief negotiator of the peace talks to end this war.
Elena Hawk had free run of Organa Palace. Everyone there could be a target, including me.
Is that Cam Clark again? Man, he is everywhere in this game.
I saw her surrender to the guards when Count Aldo was assassinated.
She never made it to her cell. The guards escorting her were found dead. However, my spies report a woman matching her description entered House Thul's compound.
House Thul. They support the Empire.
Yes, but Duke Thul openly advocates the peace process. I thought he was sincere.
What if the Sith want to silence him?
The last thing Darth Angrel wants is peace.
Hey, Naruki.
If Duke Thul is killed by
Good night,
a public
Dennis.
secret weapon, the peace process will never recover.
Hate to say it, but this bad to storm in there and stop Elena.
That's the first time the fact that it's a Republic weapon has come up. Oh no, a Republic weapon might kill a supporter of the Empire, and we'll lose political backing as a result. No! Oh, I love the Alderaanians. They are so amazing.
Won't violence damage the peace process even worse?
I suspect the Duke will forgive us when we save his life. You're in charge of recovering the death mark from House Thule.
Oh, wow!
There's only a few places Engel's apprentice could be operating from. We need to narrow down that list of candidates.
Yeah, we do need a Cam Clark counter at this point. We'll just call it the liquid counter. Dennis, don't leave! I can't go on without you. I'd start singing, but I'm really bad at it.
You just going to wander around the planet?
Much as I enjoy the weather, no. I'll go where the Force leads me. Our destiny's part here, my friend. I'll contact you when I've found our enemy.
I hope to hear from both of you when this threat is ended.
Head for House Thule. May the Force be with you.
Honestly, no, Sora Roxas. I mean, if we leave joking mode for a moment, no, I don't. I think the Republic is a system which is incredibly broken. Remember what Kreia said back in KOTOR 2? This is a a wounded beast struggling for laboring just to breathe. Yeah. So, yeah. It's okay, Fallout. If you really look at it, this is funny, because this could be applied to most military organizations, but it's not true, because military organizations have a chain of command. The Jedi have a surprisingly political infrastructure. It's like an extremely simplified version of what the Klingons have. You remember I've talked about the whole honor thing they've got, and how that's just another statement for status? It's actually the same thing amongst the Jedi. The Jedi have status. You know, being a knight carries with it rank and privilege, and showing that you are higher than a Padawan, and being a Padawan shows that you are lesser than them, and there's less than them, blah, blah, blah. And being a master is a sign of prestige, and showing what kind of person you are in terms of rank, and blah, 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 blah. I mention this, though, because it's fascinating, because it technically doesn't mean anything. Really, the title of master doesn't actually mean anything. No, Commandant. I might make a drinking game out of it, though. Yeah, actually, Naruki, I'll go with that. Like I said, it's pretty simple, but interesting in its own right. And it's funny because the Sith kind of have the same thing going on. What does Darth mean? Nothing! It doesn't actually mean anything. It just means you're higher up on the totem pole thanks to the status system that they've got going on, right? Same thing with Lord. If you get to call yourself Lord, then you actually are someone. If you get to call yourself Sith, depending on the era, then you blah, 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 blah. It's the same thing. It's titles. It's just titles. And the funny thing about titles is they don't actually mean anything unless everyone agrees that they mean everything. Oh, Alderaan. Yeah, Alderaan. Alderaan politics is fun to think about, but God, I'd hate living here. Yes, Fu, I will conquer all the Tor streams. Because no one streams this game. I was the top KOTOR and KOTOR 2 streamer, too. I would totally disagree with that, Yodripple. I've seen plenty of Jedi who assume that simply by being master, that they are correct, that they are right, that they are the ones who actually know the right of things, you know, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I could name a specific example, even though it's kind of an extreme. Joruus C'baoth. Not Joruus C'baoth, Joruus C'baoth, the original. The one who presumed the title of Jedi Master and was particularly unwelcome. Yeah, exactly, Last Echo. Titles are nothing more than another form of currency. Ooh, good song, good song. Best song ever. Yes. Yes! Well, true lurker. I actually agree with that, Cashel, admittedly. As much as this place pisses me off, oh, and it does, I tend to think it's more likely that by the time the modern era shows up, when Alderaan is actually destroyed, that there has been a renaissance, which has, you know, fixed the problems with Alderaan. Oh, crap. You have to define your question a bit more for me, Sora Roxas. There's too many things that limit that, especially in a setting as massive as Star Wars. That is true. Zemalol is better than us because he has a title, see? Death Star wins. Genocidality. I have a system I call tier system, Sora, which defines specific methods of being dropped into a fictional setting for theoretical discussion, because it comes up a lot. So, like, Tier 0 is dropped in with nothing at all. Tier 1 is dropped in with a couple of things, like you can understand language, and that's it, actually. Tier 2 is you're dropped in, and you have some degree of choice as to where you go. Tier 3 is you get some choice as to where you end up, and you also are acclimated to the setting. In other words, you're not just a normal human, but you have the ability to do whatever they can do in the setting, like have the Force, or cast magic, or whatever. And it goes up from there all the way up to Tier 5, which is total control of the situation. No, go ahead, Shiryu. It's okay. I allow it. If everyone wants to get overboard on it, then the banhammer will come out. You know, Maraid, I'm kind of with you on that. You'd think the Sith and Jedi would get it in their heads that, you know, constantly trying to kill each other is really not working out for either of them, but, you know, whatever. Favorite reviewers on YouTube. I'm going to give some shout-outs here. Total Biscuit is an obvious one. I actually rather like Jim Sterling as well. There's this guy named Arshay Gaia. He's okay. He talks way too much, but he at least tries to be as honest and sincere about it as possible. I hear he's a loser, though, so maybe you don't want to watch him. And those are the only ones I listen to for serious discussion on this matter. If I want to be entertained, like if I just want to laugh at someone being amusing, I watch Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation. And, what's his name? Pro Jared. Both of them are pretty funny. I don't actually understand that, Shiryu, so I'm just gonna not comment on it. I do too, Fallout, personally. I hate him every day of my life. Star Wars, not Star Pieces. Whoa! Elevator. Mass Effect Simulator. All right, I literally didn't understand that troll hammer. I was like, what am I looking at? I don't get it. I'm just too stupid to figure that out, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry, Commandant. Soon I will be gone and you'll be asleep. I don't know. Tell me again about your people. And how you're from the migrant fleet and all that fun stuff. So how did this come to your attention, Shurya? This literal gibberish. He ruled fairly and justly. He ruled with a shotgun. His great power. He has a shotgun. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if stuff like that shows up on my Facebook. I just don't actually check my Facebook. Yes, Shady. I know every single thing that I'm doing next for my lore runs. First thing I'm doing is Kingdom Hearts. After that, not actually sure. Either we're going to be playing through World of Warcraft as we talk about all of Warcraft, or we're going to be doing all of the StarCrafts, but we're not sure which yet. It's going to be one of them.
Be reasonable, Duke. Your calls for peace are misguided, unnecessary. Lord Nefarid wants what's best for House Thule. Unconditional victory.
And all he asks is that I betray Organa. Who the skies are you?
I'm the Jedi who's here to rescue you from Elena.
You invaded my home. How many guards did you kill getting inside?
Man, I love
and
that
now
hat.
she means to kill you.
Seriously.
Be warned, I am prepared to kill you. Lord Nefarid trained me to fight a Jedi.
Jedi plus T7 equals double threat!
Guards, defend the Duke.
I love T7.
If you must kill me, at least tell me why.
The Jedi isn't here for you, fool. Not that it matters. No one will escape Lord Nefarid's purge. You're both dead, just like everyone scrabbling for peace. As the last person marked Jedi, you'll be the first to fall.
If I'm going to die, I'll make sure you go with me.
Don't expect me to beg for my life. We're past that now. If you're hoping to remove that mark on you, don't. I've just rendered the targeting device non-functional.
Then we've heard enough from you. Blasted woman is doomed us both, unless we work together.
I like this guy. I like this guy. Yes! Oh, that was great.
You have my full cooperation, Duke.
I knew it would be wise to keep tabs on that Sith. Disgusting little men like him are always up to something. He's using a mountain bunker as a base. I'll give you the coordinates. Kill him if you can.
Okay.
All I need to destroy is the Deathmark technology.
I'm leaving for the spaceport. I'll try to outrun the Deathmark in case you fail. But first, this traitor dies.
Oh no, I'll do
My
it.
only regret is you knocked her unconscious.
That's right, I just choked her to death.
Much better than she deserved.
Seriously, I just choked her to death while she was unconscious. T7 thinks I need counseling.
Oh, stop Nefarid, for both our sakes.
Master Orgus, the Deathmark device is destroyed, but I was scanned by it. Darth Angrel's apprentice is targeting me. I'm on my way to his stronghold. Where are you?
Too far to help. I misled you back at the camp. I haven't been searching for the apprentice. I've been hunting Darth Angrel, and I just found his cruiser.
We should alert the fleet. They'll destroy him.
Won't be that easy. The cruiser's at the edge of the system, outside the reach of planetary sensors. It's about to jump for hyperspace. This may be our only shot at stopping him. I'm boarding that cruiser. Just wanted someone to know. In case.
You're a great Jedi, Master. If anyone can stop Angrel, it's you.
You're the finest student I've ever trained. Wish I'd met you sooner. Stop Angrel's apprentice. Save Alderaan. May the Force be with you. Orgus out.
You know, Olivia's right. Let's have a trial right here. Ladies and gentlemen of the juror, I present that this is an incredibly evil woman who wants nothing but to kill people who have nothing to do with peace. Who is in favor of killing the living crap out of her? Say aye. Rory, this is our second time through.
Vehicle paths are currently open for business.
It doesn't matter, Cashel. Alright, there you go, Olivia. The jury has rendered its fair and just verdict. I will now carry out the sentence. There we go. We're good. She's dead. Now, on the second case, in the matter of whether or not Darth Fichet is a stupid poo-poo head, anyone who is in favor of this motion, say aye. I'm kidding, you don't have to. I'm sorry, Rory. If it makes you feel any better, your guys have been rolling pretty well lately. Some pretty horrible stuff could have happened to them if they didn't. Like, as in, you never would have even heard from them again. Kind of horrible. And then humanity would kind of be wiped out. I knew it, Naruki! But I'm not even... What is my... Oh my god, look at our alignment! We are 250 light net. Look at that, 850 light, 6 dark. We are super neutral. This is great. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I am a Sith pureblood, and it is in my nature to kill people. In my defense, she was in front of me. That's true, Lurker. Gamer Techno did donate for Grey, and so far both of our characters have been very Grey. Grey pride. Exactly, Naruki. Well, spoiler alert, Rory. We're up to 8 super weapons so far, and we're still in Chapter 1. We're going to have to add a Force Ghost counter later, by the way. Just letting you know. In fact, why don't we just add that, like, right now?
You truly are a stubborn one. Won't be satisfied until you've completely inconvenienced me, will you?
I'm so sorry for inconveniencing you, Master.
I killed your spy. Without her marking people, you'll run out of targets.
Then I'll have to make the most of who's left. My master is transmitting the most amusing holo message right now. You really should watch it with me.
Assaulting my cruiser alone. Very careless of you, Augustine.
It's not too late, Angro. Do the right thing for once. Surrender.
Pity you didn't bring your student. I could kill you both. Tell me, Jedi, are you afraid to die?
There is no death. There is only the Force.
If there is no death, where is my son? And now I'll finish you. After all, you can't fight what you can't see.
I have no tears for that old man. I'm stronger than him, you, and Angro combined.
Strength is overrated. It's better to strike first than hardest. Oh, I almost forgot. The Deathmark laser is finally back online. And it's tracking you.
Not to ruin the moment, but no, he didn't teleport. He just cloaked. That's all he does. He cloaks himself and moves over and then uncloaks. So that's not a teleport. Sorry. As an aside, I love that line, even though it comes from a Darth. An idiot Darth, no less. If there is no death, then where is my son?
The Deathmark has been destroyed. Your people are safe.
I will inform Organa Palace immediately. We are forever in your debt. Duke Thul reports you executed the spy Elena. I wish she could have stood trial for her crimes. Her testimony might have turned the other houses firmly against the Empire.
You'd never get a confession out of Elena.
Still, a trial would have been just. Battlefield executions are unseemly.
We had a trial.
Forgive my abruptness, but I am needed elsewhere. This threat is ended, but the war goes on. I hope someday Alderaan knows lasting peace. Farewell, Master Jedi.
Enjoy, Sean. I know, Sir Roxas. Alderaan will always remember the day when a giant beam of death came down from the sky to threaten them. I don't feel the need to add anything to that. Yeah, I'm looking for another song, actually, Rory. Hang on. This isn't actually what I want. No. Where is it? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Remember Alderaan. Oh, wrong. Remember Alderaan.
General, the Death Mark has been destroyed. And I have news about Master Orgus.
Darth Angral broadcast Orgus's execution over the holonet. Left the body floating in space for us to find. The Republic shuttle has just recovered the remains from the edge of the Alderaan system. I'm sorry.
Orgus taught me everything I know about being a Jedi.
Darth Angral has no idea what he's brought on himself.
Your master is dead, but he left us a gift. Somehow he planted a tracking beacon on Angral's cruiser without the Sith realizing it. Every time Angral's ship drops out of hyperspace, we know where. Orgus got the last laugh.
It was a brilliant strategy, but I wonder if the cost was too great.
He paid it so others wouldn't have to.
Stand by. Report coming through. Angral is on the move.
We've just picked up the tracking signal in the Euphrates system. That agri-world supplies nearly half of Carson's food. I'm scrambling the fleet, but you're closer.
My ship isn't equipped to fight a battlecruiser, but I'll think of something.
Any damage to Euphrates' food production could cripple the Republic.
One warship can only destroy so much.
Tell that to Terrace.
Transmitting Euphrates.
Oh, burn! Tell that to Taurus. Yeah. Alright, guys. Time to go finish Chapter 1. Now we'll switch to this song. That's true, the Happy Hut's been like, "Hurrah!" this whole time. Speaking of which.
No sign of Darth Angral, but Euphrates. I saw this planet once, with Master Kawix. It used to be green.
General, I've arrived at Euphrates. There's no sign of Angral, but the planet... See for yourself.
Receiving your sensor readings. Stand by.
Euphrates' atmosphere looks like it's on fire. What could have done that?
Damage consistent with designs recovered on Ord Mantell. The Desolator weapon.
That's right. It's a super weapon.
Angral's taken the planet prison and turned it into something horrific.
The Desolator borrows technology from all our advanced warfare projects. Angral's son was quite the genius.
Euphrates had millions of citizens. Whole continents of farmlands. All that life extinguished. The scale of this is unthinkable.
Getting an emergency transmission. It's faint, coming from the far side of the planet.
Republic vessel, do you copy? This is medical frigate Daybreaker. We're under attack. Imperial commandos have boarded us. Help!
It's one of ours. The crew may know what happened here.
What do you mean, what happened here? He showed up and nuked the planet, you frickin' moron.
Angral doesn't want any witnesses.
That ship may have sensor readings of the Desolator. Invaluable data.
We won't get here in time. You need to save that ship. Hurry!
Kira, lay in a course for that ship.
Already done, Master.
Strap yourselves in.
Alright, guys. This one's for Happy Hut. Sure, that whole planet's dead, but ha-ha! Wait. Hang on, am I... Is this right? Are we doing... Yep, okay, okay. It's time to finish the game. Oh, so has anyone here ever done Darkside Counselor? Because I have not, and I don't actually know what it's like. So, what do you mean, Permeus? Not particularly often that I'm aware of, so... Must hurry faster, but don't have a sprint button. So, give me details. What do they do that's either hilarious or dumb? Or both? Really, Naruki? Oh, gotcha, Permeus. Well, yeah, I pre-ordered the Hut Cartel thing, or rather, Charlie did for me. So... Charlie pre-ordered for me, and now I have Happy Hut forever! I'm gonna have to remind myself to thank him for that. That's hilarious. That's horrible. I think we're not gonna go with Super Evil Consular, because that's really horrible. Yes, I will follow the light side of the code. Hang on, I need to kill this puppy really quick. Kill, kill, kill. That's interesting looking. That's true, Samurai. Never forget. Never surrender. That's how that phrase goes, right? Hey, Jaywonk. We're about to finish Chapter 1. Oh, I forgot to disable the mines. We weren't dark side with Trooper, we were neutral with Trooper. There's a difference. Oh, excuse me. I need a drink. See, I've seen Lightside Consular, and like I said, it's not really a story so much as a journey. I think is the nicest way I can put that. It's the path of the Falls, and it's more understanding of the setting and whatnot than actually having a plot, you know what I mean? Oh, gotcha. Sir Roxas. Hey, in my defense, the only reason I decided to kill those 300 people was because I'd never seen it happen before. Seriously, I'd never seen that option before. And it was horrible. And the when we saved was so damaged she couldn't even type straight. Literally. She could not type normally because she was so mentally destroyed by what happened. Ow, ow, ow. It was actually 312 if you want to get down to it. Alright. Alright, we saved him.
That was the last of the Imperials. You're safe now.
Not a minute too soon. Those commandos weren't taking prisoners.
Then why weren't you all
Still
already
can't
dead?
believe what happened to you.
You were a prisoner.
When we arrived, an Imperial ship was attacking the planet. I've never seen anything like it.
Euphrates was trapped inside an energy field. Some starships tried to flee, but their engines failed before they could leave the atmosphere.
No one escaped. Every ship that tried crashed back onto the surface.
The enemy made sure there wouldn't be survivors.
We tried to run, but Imperial boarding pods overtook us.
I saw Euphrates' atmosphere catch fire. Horrific destruction.
Yeah, it does, Sororoxus.
Flames consumed the planet. Everything turned to smoke and ash in seconds.
Should I bother to point out how incredibly stupid it is that he wants no survivors, and he sees a ship that's a surviving, so rather than just blasting it out of the stars, he boards it and then takes prisoners, despite saying he's not taking prisoners? Just making that clear. Okay, moving on.
What happened to the Imperial warship?
It jumped to hyperspace. No telling where it is now.
Captain, look at this. Our sensors detect faint life readings on the planet's surface. Possible survivors.
Anyone left on that planet is as good as dead.
If we go down there, we can provide food, water, shelter, medicine. It's our duty.
You could hold out a long time in this ship. Long enough for the Republic to make Euphrates safe again.
We're the only hope those people have. Every second counts. Please, he'll listen to you. Talk to him.
It's not that I don't want to help, but I have a family to think about. This ship carries combat-grade colto packs, battle adrenals, you name it. Talk her out of this crazy idea. You'll have your pick of our supplies.
I'm sorry. Are you trying to frickin' bribe me to let people rot and die on a planet that just got nuked by a mega super weapon?
I've pinpointed the strongest life signs. We can land immediately.
I mean, seriously? Seriously?
Render aid to anyone you find. I promise you won't be abandoned down there.
This is insane. I'm taking an escape pod off this lunatic asylum.
My crew can do this without him. Thank you for doing what's right. I'm transmitting our sensor logs of the attack to your ship. Please give them to the Republic High Command. You better go. People on Euphrates need us.
So anyways... That's true, Naruki. I'm sorry. Don't worry, I'm sure someone will eventually find his escape pod, and I'm sure the months and months of being isolated in a small pod with nothing to do, no food, and no toilet certainly won't have a deleterious effect on his mind. You know, guys, this gives me an idea for Primus. I'm thinking super weapons. Super weapons everywhere! What do you guys think? Those of you who actually watch Primus. Oh, that would be funny. Push him into a escape pod, take out the emergency beacon, kick it out of the whale airlock. That's some Tarkin level evil right there.
I
took the liberty of dusting your quarters, Master. Your respiratory health is one of my top priorities.
I rescued the Daybreaker, General. I have sensor logs of Engrel's attack. However, the crew landed on Euphrates to help possible survivors. They're trapped.
We'll get them back somehow, but Angrel is our first priority.
Transmitting sensor logs now.
My initial analysis indicates the Desolator has a similar flaw to the planet Prison. The weapon's excessive power requirements demand a lengthy charging period before it can fire.
Small consolation. Angrel's next attack will undoubtedly be more direct.
If he uses it on one of the core worlds, it will be catastrophic.
An understatement. He could murder trillions.
I'll contact the Galactic Senate and put every Republic world on... Wait! We're getting another emergency alert from Tython. Relaying it now.
Of course he's hitting Tython.
Attacked by Darth Angrel. Launching defense fighters. Angrel's battlecruiser deploying energy weapon. Our ship can't escape Tython's atmosphere. We're trapped.
That explains why Angrel left Euphrates so quickly. He's already chosen his next target.
Angrel's going to incinerate Tython just like he did Euphrates.
And finish what he started years ago. The annihilation of the Jedi. The Republic fleet's in hyperspace. By the time it's redirected to Tython, it'll be too late.
The Desolator needs time to work. The Jedi may be trapped on Tython, but you're not. You could board Angrel's battlecruiser, disable the weapon before it fires.
I'll disable that weapon, and Darth Angrel will answer for his crimes.
I'll use the sensor logs to find the Desolator's weak point. Contact us when you're aboard Angrel's warship.
May the Force be with you.
I have to admit, this whole thing is really flimsy. I mean, really flimsy. Well, Sora Roxas, it's very clear. And that's how they know where it is. By the way, the whole super weapons thing is obviously a joke, but you realize that he is literally using a Power Ranger super weapon right now, right? Like, literally, literally. He is using a Captain Planet super weapon right now. With their powers combined, he has a bigger super weapon. I'm not kidding. It's just... it's just... I need a drink. Gurren Lagann. That's an anime that did not have a sense of scale at all. Hey, ASR Max. What's up? Okay. Here's a weird question for you guys. If they made Tor a single-player game without any changes, it's just a single-player game, would you play it? I know, Samurai, it just bothered me because it was so over the top. I mean, just who the hell do you think I am? It took them forever, Soroxis, but eventually they made it. Now, when I was originally asked this question once upon a time, my first reaction was no, because of all the gameplay problems I've been talking about. You know, the fact that there's some significant grind, the fact that the gameplay slogs down in the later stuff, you know, all that fun stuff. So I was like, no, of course I wouldn't. But then I realized it's a single-player game, and that means there are console commands, cheats, and mods. So yeah, if all of that was added to Tor, if it was available to just say, set level 50 and just burn through the game, done. Absolutely. Because see, that's completely off the table now, because it's an MMO. But that is possible when it's a single-player RPG. And you can't tell me that people wouldn't be interested enough to try and mod this, or set up some kind of cheats for this game. And save points. You can actually save. Yeah. No more slog through certain parts of this game. That's what the cheats are for, you dripple. Come on, man. That is true, Samurai. Can you imagine the people like, I can't wait to finally try out the Trooper storyline. And it's like The Ring, 7 days later, they just find their corpses in the computer chair. Hang on, this is not good sitting in town music. Okay, this is good sitting in town music. Just hanging out. Sitting in town. Just chilling, you know. Chilling, illin'. Probably Agent Dante. I mean, it's obviously going to be amount of a degree of perspective, but I think it's Agent, and a couple other people do that I've talked to as well, though, too. I actually ran my own server for a while, for quite a while. Had a lot of custom mobs up and custom equipment and all sorts of fun stuff. A few quests, nothing really fancy. Sora Roxas, I have all of the Kingdom Hearts music. Seriously, I have all of it. Let's see, what's a good sitting in town song? No. There we go. Yes, I did, War Rager. It was pretty good. I believe that's one of the ones we're going to be voting for, last I go. Yep. Counselor and Inquisitor are both going to be... Excuse me, Counselor and Inquisitor are both going to be votes.
General, we got a little scorched, but we're inside Angrel's battlecruiser.
Yes, I knew you could do it. Now to end that Sith for good. Won't be that simple. The sensor logs of Angrel's warship reveal he's amplified the vessel's reactors. That's a little trick he learned from me when I was interrogated by his spy on Taris. Blast his truth serums and mind probes. Disarming the Desolator weapon will necessitate overloading at least 3 shielded reactor relays. No simple task.
General? Doctor? My team's moving out. We'll save Tython or die trying.
Don't even think that. I expect us all to reach a ripe old age.
He's the next one to die, by the
Signal's
way.
breaking up. May the...
Ingrel's jamming our transmissions. He's coming for us.
So, I just feel like putting this out, even though I have,
Thanks for the vote of confidence, T7. Be careful out there.
even though I've already talked about this in the past. End of Chapter 1. So for the Smuggler end of Chapter 1, it's getting the big rich thing. Trooper, it was capturing your treacherous CO. Consular is the holocron thing, which barely matters, and so forth and so on. Jedi Knight is saving the entire planet of Tython from extinguishment and ensuring that the Jedi Order does not get eradicated by a mass genocidal madman. Once again, one of these things is not like the other. But I've already talked about that at length, even. Oh, right, I had a specific song set up for this. There we go. This is it, guys. We must save Tython. We must save the corrupt Jedi Order from the corrupt Sith Order. Because, I mean, we don't want those Flesh Raiders to die. We're doing this for the Flesh Raiders. Chiss raid. Yes, I'm a Chiss fanboy. What do you want? Nice little callback, though. There are power guards on this ship. You know, the droid people from Nar Shaddaa. That's kind of neat. I'm gonna just chill for a second while he kills stuff. Probably yes, Wolfdog, but I actually really like that kind of thing. As weird as that sounds. There's actually a game out there I've been meaning to give a try, which is like political simulator whatever, and it's basically what you just described. It's a little complicated, as any such game would be, but it's at least something that's interesting enough to me that in a game format, I would probably play it, yeah. Oh my god, it's Sasuke, guys. I've been wondering where he ended up. Anyways, this is Sacred Distance from Dream Drop Distance. It sounds redundant when I say it like that. But, yeah. See, that would work, Yodripple, if not for two problems. One side inevitably wins whenever those conflicts happen. It's usually the Sith. And two, a lot of people in the middle tend to get crushed in the process. That's not cool. Yeah, we talked about that ultimate paradox. And how messed up the Rakatans are. Really? Really? I gotta go all the way back? Fine. They do tend to be slightly less alive than they were before. That's true. Welcome back, Reach. Just in time for the finale of Chapter 1, and then we're going to cut it off for the night. I'd kind of like to keep going, even though it's late, but I've been really behind on my chores lately, and I need to take out the trash and all sorts of things. And I'd like to get to bed before 2 in the morning. So, you know. Damn it, Sora-Roxas. Backtracking is not content. Not automatically content, I should say. Hey, Defire. Or Defear, I'm not sure how to say that, but hey, what's up? Man, you're just spot on, Jaywalk. Oops, he went that far. Oh, trust me, I played this game when it came out, Naruki. I know just how bad this game was. Ugh. Wow! They weren't even pretending to be good shots there. That's just sad. Look, guys, you're not even stormtroopers. You're not supposed to be that bad.
Lightsaber jerk.
Only at one point ever, Sora-Roxas. And even then it was just a dialogue option. Only Imperial Stormtroopers are this precise. Snicker, snicker. No, this isn't Mihin High Road. This is, the overworld theme from FF8. Well, Defear, it's because of... Actually, would you believe there is a canon reason and it's stupid? I'm dead serious. The canon reason for the Stormtroopers' shot being so bad is the guns they use are incredibly poor quality and therefore have what you would call a wide spread on the fire. So even if they are aiming perfectly at someone, it might shoot anywhere randomly around them. And anyone who's played Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas probably knows what I mean by that. And that is the actual canon reason. That's not a joke. Alright, we need like a last boss song here coming up. Let's see. Here we go. That's the correct reason, Naruki, I think is what you meant by that. The AU reason is probably that they're just stupid or something.
You will not steal my victory. Not now. I've sacrificed too much for this. I will avenge my son on you and all the Jedi.
Sacrifice? Is that what you call your genocide on Euphrates?
This was merely a test, and a lure to bring you here. I foresaw this confrontation. I welcome it. Today, I forge a new era for the Sith. One where the Jedi are finally extinct.
Finish this, Angrel. I command it.
With pleasure, my master.
Dun, dun, dun.
What was that? I felt the Emperor.
Yes,
Wise child.
that was
His
Vishay.
eyes, his ears, his weapon to command. Come, child, fight by my side. It's where you belong.
I'd rather jump out an airlock naked.
Fight the Emperor's control. Remember who you are.
I feel him in my thoughts. We have to end this fast.
If you will not serve, you will die. For Tarnis.
Stay down.
And he's dead. Wow, your aim is terrible, Vishay. I mean, seriously bad aim. Come on, Vishay. Bring it. Okay, that's really
Angel's
pathetic.
dead, and this battle cruiser's not far behind him.
Disappointing. Angrel was useful. This child must learn her place. And so will you.
Leave Kira alone. If you want to fight, face me in person.
That is unnecessary. I see futures in you. Futures I will not allow. Your future ends here. This child is unfinished, weak. I will make her strong. Now you will die. Even if my child must die with you.
No, I won't kill for you.
You're resisting him. Keep it up.
The dark side has no power over me. I am a Jedi.
Because we all know the Jedi are never affected by the dark
I
side.
won. I'm finally free.
What was it like under the Emperor's control? Were you aware of our duel?
All of it. I was in my head the whole time, like a prisoner. The ship's coming down on top of us. Let's get out of here.
No offense to whoever voice acted Vishay, but I gotta say, the voice for Vishay just probably doesn't help his generally disinteresting character. I am Vishay. I actually sound a lot like Darth Malak, except with less emphasis and enunciation, and I don't really have much as far as tonality. I am, in fact, kinda boring. I hope you're okay with that.
Stay down.
All shall bow before my power. In the end. For I am the Queen of Blades. Or, wait. It's okay, guys. We beat Vishay. We won! Determined statement. I am Lord Vishay. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Why are we at an angle all of a sudden?
Thank the Force you're alive. When I saw Angrel's battlecruiser explode, I feared the worst.
Good to see you, Master Satele. Everyone safe down there?
We are now, thanks to you. Please come to the surface. Bring your Padawan to the council chambers. We all have much to discuss.
And there's his cruiser that just exploded. Right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We don't want to listen to this song. Hey, Braven. Falsified statement. I am the most powerful Sith Lord of all time. You know, that is actually a good question, Commandant. Why isn't it... whatever. Maybe they didn't want players to get confused and think, oh my god, it's Bastila. And you might think, well, wait a minute, why would we think Bastila is still alive after 300 years? Keep in mind, Revan's still alive after 300 years, so, you know, people might get confused. God, this game. That's true, Daruki. The plot insists. No, Bashla's not alive. I'm just saying. I mean, Revan's alive, so why not her? It's not that much more of a stretch. She used the... Oh, that's it, guys! Bastila is actually Vishay. It all makes sense. What do you want to bet that they try to tie in KOTOR and KOTOR 2 into this Fallen Empire thing? Alright, we need, like, appropriate music for this. Hang on a second. Where's... Hang on. Could you imagine if Goto just shows up and then Atten Rand is there out of nowhere and then Carthonassi's there? They just kind of start bringing them in one by one.
Welcome home. The Jedi owe you a debt of gratitude we can never repay.
Jedi War Republic medals, your robe would be covered in them.
Only wish Master Orgus could share in this victory.
I'll honor his legacy to the end of my days.
We all will. He was a great teacher and a good friend. We've lost one of our noblest masters, but in his place stands a Jedi without equal. You deserve our thanks as well,
Shadow.
Padawan. You faced great danger for us.
I see no reason why we shouldn't make Kira a full-fledged Jedi Knight.
I agree.
Other than the fact that
My
the Sith
troubled
Emperor is
former
in her
Padawan
mind.
has matured into a fine Jedi.
As leader of this council, it's my pleasure to promote Kira Carson to the rank of Jedi Knight.
You mean it? It seems only fair. You did help save the galaxy.
So this is what it feels like, being respectable.
Danger to Typhon is over. We're getting fresh reports of hostilities all over the galaxy. Another war with the Empire seems inevitable.
Darth Angral was the spark that lit the flame. Even in failure, he inspired the Sith to violence.
But he also forged our greatest weapon against the darkness. The Force has shown me what lies ahead. The futures of many rest on your actions. You will decide the fate of the Jedi, the Republic, the galaxy.
I'll defend the Republic to my dying breath.
May the Force be with you. With all of us.
Honestly, I would probably go ahead and push Kira away as well. Maybe not full-on banishment, but definitely go away, you know? Whoops, Hey, how do I... This button, right. Could you, like, sell all my stuff?
I'm off.
There we go. Okay. So, that's it for Chapter 1. We made it through the longest chapter in terms of story, and the shortest chapter in terms of slog. Next up, much more boring gameplay! And some... Well, let's just say that anti-cannon counter is going to start skyrocketing. So, yeah. See you guys tomorrow.